Good morning, Epic Theme Park fans. Today we're at Islands of Adventure Park at Universal Studios, Florida, and we're going to give you a complete walkthrough tour of the Islands of Adventure Park. Join us now. Let the adventure begin. As you make your way over the bridge, the first stop I would make is to the Attractions Height Guide Requirement Board. It is right here at the front of the park. How tall are you? If you have children with you, I would make this your first stop. It will set you on the right course of the day, and it will help you avoid any disappointment. This board offers all the height requirements of all rides in the park. Have your children stand up to it, make sure they're tall enough. That way they won't get their hopes up to ride something only to be turned away. As you enter in, you've got all the ticket windows. Across that way is the will call kiosk to pick up any tickets that you may have purchased in advance. The will call kiosk is where you'll pick up Express Pass if you purchase that online. A tip, if you do early park admission, I would leave your hotel by no later than 6:50. Possibly earlier if it's a holiday weekend, and I would line up over there on the far side to the right, mainly because there's restrooms right there and it's very convenient when you're waiting in line for an extra hour for the park to open. They are doing photo validation entry. They will scan your pass, take your picture, and that's how you will enter the park. Good morning. Thank you. Have a good day. As you enter into the park, if you need any rental items, strollers, etc., they're located directly to the left when you enter the park. There is also some more restrooms and daytime lockers to the left. Straight ahead there are the lockers, and there's your rentals for your electric scooters, strollers, etc. This area is the port of entry. This is where the adventure begins. There is your customer service or guest services desk for any last minute questions that you may have. One thing I want to show you before we get too far. Over here is the guest services information and first aid. If you are prone to motion sickness or you get motion sick on a ride, you can come here and they will provide Dramamine for you. That will help you with your motion sickness. Continuing on, you've got Expedition Photography. That is a fun store with a lot of snacks, Universal Studios merchandise, and it's attached to the Christmas store. You also have the signature store of the port of entry the Universal Studios Islands of Adventure Trading Company that offers all the merchandise from all the various lands, including the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Okay, let's head on in. The adventure begins. They are no longer doing paper maps. You can scan the code and get a map on your phone or download the app. Off to the right, you have the Island Market Export and Fudge Shop. That is the candy shop. They have Minions merchandise, Universal Studios merchandise, candy, and it is attached to the Island Market and Export, which is the kind of the start of the Christmas store. Be sure to take in all the details, the theming here in the port of entry is one of my favorites of any park. The music, just the general ambiance is really nice. Here is the port of entry Christmas shop, and this is all attached from the entry point expedition photography all the way back to here. It's one continuous store. To the left side, that's still the Universal Studios Islands of Adventure Trading Company store. You've got a little kiosk here selling churros, corn dogs, chips. You've got your turkey legs. Continuing on, off to the right-hand side, you've got the popular breakfast spot, Croissant Moon Bakery. They offer a bunch of pastries, sandwiches, all kinds of goodness in there, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You've got Ocean Traders Clothing Boutique. And you have your characters, where you too can become a real-life cartoon. I could sit and watch him draw all day. Those artists are super fun to watch, very talented. As you come in to the left-hand side, everybody's morning go-to. You got Starbucks coffee with its seating area. We're going to go in a counterclockwise motion. You have the signature restaurant, the Confisco Grill, a really nice, well-themed, excellent restaurant offering a bunch of dishes like pad thai, sliders, etc. They do have adult beverages. And a bunch of specialty drinks that they do offer. It typically has a 0 wait or a very short wait. You have a bunch of various kiosks with your Universal Studios gear. Attached to Confisco's is the Backwater Bar. Yet another spot to get your adult beverages. You have lemon slushes. And starting in the counterclockwise motion, you have your first restroom spot right here at the back of Confisco's, where it meets Seuss Landing. Now continuing on into one of the cutest little lands here, Seuss Landing. How we doing? Right out of the Dr. Seuss books. There is the dedication for Seuss Landing. And to the left when you enter in, you got green eggs and ham. One of my favorite spots to come for lunch and dinner. It's typically not open for breakfast, but it normally opens at 10 o'clock, and this is a tots restaurant. They got carnita tots, green egg and ham tots, pizza tots, poo hash, buffalo chicken tots, vegan tots, and all your Coca-Cola drinks. Really, really good. They offer outdoor seating. Seating is limited. It's excellent dinner or lunch option. It is shareable for a snack. It is portioned just right for a meal. Continuing on, you come into I Ran the Zoo play area for children. If you have little ones, especially if they are hyper or they have a hard time paying attention, this is where you want to go. There is a maze, literally, of stuff in here. We won't spend a lot of time, but I do have children. And this area is key if you have children that need to run off some energy. I've noticed a lot of vloggers that don't have children don't highlight this area, rightfully so. They don't have the experience of theme parking with a small child. Some of the different activities, you step on those, it makes silly sounds. You've got a whole water area dedicated to the kids. There also is stairs and a little tower to get up to the slides that we showed. I say we won't spend a lot of time in here, but I did feel like I need to mention this. A lot of people gloss over it, and they either have adult children or they don't have kids. Me being a father of two, I've spent hours in areas of the parks just like that, whether it be a Universal Studios park, a Disney park. Anybody that has kids can relate. They need to run off steam, and they need to run it off right now, and you need a place to let them do that. This little area to the right of the carousel is also an area that has the padded walking surface like a playground, has the noise of the waterfall, and is an excellent spot to go get your green eggs and ham tots and sit and let your kids run wild while you enjoy some nice tots. Continuing on, we have snack, eat a snack, pretzels and churros, all your other theme park goodies. We have cats, hats, and things. The Cats in the Hat store, that is the exit for the Cat in the Hat attraction. You do have a popcorn stand right across from the Cat in the Hat. There is the Cat in the Hat, currently a 5-minute wait. They do have an express line. Continuing our journey. The next attraction you come to is one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. They do accept the Universal Express. Currently a 5-minute wait. And listen closely. If you follow the directions, you will not get wet. It is January as I'm filming this, and they have the water features turned off. But on a typical day, there is water that sprays into the fish, and you navigate up and down to avoid getting sprayed. There is the High in the Sky Seuss trolley. I love that ride. I put that on my must-ride list for this park, whether it be children or adult. Offers spectacular views. You've got face painting right here by the carousel. And here you've got a little entryway to a little maze for children. I won't go through there. There seems to be a couple guys standing there discussing something. Right by the carousel, you have the Circus McGurkus. The Circus McGurkus Cafe, stupendous. It's currently under refurbishment. It should be open later this year in 2024. There is restrooms on the outside of that. As you circle around the carousel, there is the entrance to the Carasuso. Currently a 5-minute wait. They do accept Express. And right up there is where you will enter the line queue. There is your stroller parking area. Again, if you have kids, that is a very nice tip to know. Please utilize the stroller parking. Don't leave your strollers out in the main walkway. Universal is very good about having marked stroller parkings, I've noticed. So keep an eye out for them and utilize those when you can. Right across from the Carasuso is where they do the Cat in the Hat, the Thing 1, Thing 2, meet and greet, and a show. And the Grinch. Continuing on, you got Hop and Pot Ice Cream Shop. Offers all kinds of ice creams, sundaes. You've got Dr. Seuss all in the books you can read. A very cute shop that has your Dr. Seuss and Grinch gear in it. Again, there's another stroller parking. Directly across from the High in the Sky Seuss trolley train ride. They do offer Express Pass on this attraction. And on my comprehensive guide for Islands of Adventure Park, I recommend that ride for anybody of all ages, mainly for the views, and it's a very cute theme to the ride. Straight ahead, you've got Snookers and Snookers Sweet Candy Cookers. It is an adorable candy shop. With a whole wall full of goodies. And they offer all your caramel apples, Rice Krispie treats, my favorite, the Brookie, cupcakes, water, etc. I highly recommend the Brookie. It is a cross between a chocolate chip cookie and a brownie. Continuing on through Seuss Landing, you have Mulberry Street store, gizmos, gadgets, goodies galore. It has all your Cat in the Hat merchandise. And one of my favorite spots, Goose Juice. You can get moose slush and goose slush. And if you get the freestyle refillable cup, you can get slushes for free with your freestyle cup. I'm going to highlight the freestyle sign. 3 to 6 cups, $14.99, 2 for $16.99, 1 for $18.99. That is that little cup right there. $18.99, you've got over 100 drink options. You can take that around to all the various freestyle machines, get your drinks for free the rest of the day. You can take the cup home with you, bring it back. They reactivate it for $10, and you can get all your drinks for free on your next trip. I want to highlight this Honk and Honkers. This is where they typically do the Grinch meet and greet. It's a wildly popular meet and greet. Wait times up to 6 hours, believe it or not. It's right across from Moose Juice, Goose Juice. And that's where you get your Grinch meet and greet. Here are the freestyle machines where you can refill your cup. A helpful tip, you can go on Amazon, get a refillable cup. I have it highlighted in my YouTube shorts, and you can get water for free out of any of those. The refillable cups from Amazon is a 4-pack for $11.99. Here are some more restrooms. If you bring any water container, you can get water for free out of those freestyle machines. This is an often overlooked area. That is the other side of Seuss Landing and the back side of Green Eggs and Ham. And this is a very quiet little area, again, to let children run and play. It offers spectacular views of the park, VelociCoaster, the Incredible Hulk. We won't spend a lot of time here, but if you have children, this is an area where you can let them run a little wild. Please consider liking and subscribing, share this video with friends and family if you enjoy our content. It does a lot in helping our channel grow and enabling us to continue to bring this content. And there we go out of Seuss Landing. We're going into the Lost Continent. This is an original theme land. Unfortunately, it does not have an attraction in it at the current time. It does, however, have one of the best restaurants in the entire park, Mythos. There is a little kiosk as you enter in with bracelets and jewelry. As you get to this rock-featured restaurant, which is Mythos, you can hang a left And directly behind Mythos is a very nice viewing area. The viewing area offers spectacular views of VelociCoaster, the Hulk. In the springtime, this area has some brilliant, bright pink flowers. That makes an excellent backdrop for photos. It's one of my favorite picture spots for the VelociCoaster, either just to take photos to post to social media or to take photos, selfies, for your social media or to print out later. This is a fairly quiet area, relaxing music. It's a nice place just to sit and relax. I don't recommend this spot as much for children. There's a lot of rock for them to climb on, and I don't believe the park would be very appreciative of that. Plus, there's a lot of hazard for them to potentially scuff up a knee, chip a tooth. This little bridge, if you sit here long enough, occasionally you will hear a troll under the bridge. It's been a little hit and miss. Sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't. I've been told they're taking it away, but that hasn't been officially confirmed, so for now I'm assuming it's still going to be there. But that's a lot of fun, especially in the evening. You can get a jump out of your significant other or your children. They wonder what the sound was. Okay, onto the main pathway of the Lost Continent. They say they don't have an attraction in this land at the current time. The old attraction still makes a wonderful backdrop, Poseidon's Fury. It was a walk-through style attraction that was really unique and a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it closed. Heading straight up the main walkway, you have Mythos, the premier restaurant in Islands of Adventure Park. And it's been awarded World's Best Theme Park Restaurant by Theme Park Insiders multiple years. The theming is top-notch. The food is excellent. I highly recommend it. Continuing on, you got Forever Pearls, selling all your jewelry, Treasures of Poseidon, and you may see a wandering duck. It's a shame that attraction closed. It was really unique and a lot of fun, a little silly, but rumors are they might bring Zelda to that area. Something to note if you do early park admission, this is the way, the port of entry, Seuss Landing, Lost Continent, is the direction you'll go to Hagrid's. Just follow the thousands of people going to Hagrid's. Everybody will be going the same direction. If you choose not to go to Hagrid's, you will turn there to go to the VelociCoaster. Straight ahead, you got Fire Eater's Grill, offering fries, chicken fingers, standard American fare. You've got your character meet and greets. Kung Fu Panda. You've got another store here for the Lost Continent Land that offers really unique gifts. They've got a lot of kind of medieval dragon related merchandise in this store. I believe it's the Village Porter store. I could be mistaken. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I believe that is the name of it. Across the way, you have some sitting areas to rest if you have little ones. Need to post something to social media, take a break out of the sun, eat your Fire Eaters Grill. There is some more restrooms up that way. And you've got delicious kebabs that offer all your chicken kebabs, vegan meatball kebabs. Got another freestyle machine for your water or your freestyle cup. You can speak to the fountain when he's not asleep, and he will talk back to you. You can ask him anything you want, and he will tell you funny jokes and secrets and make you laugh and giggle. Super fun for adults and kids. Continuing on, you have henna tattoos, jewelry, bracelets, Lost Continent merchandise. I don't know the name of that store. You have the All Hallows Eve boutique with all of your Halloween and Halloween Horror Night merchandise. It's a year-round fixture. And now everybody's favorite. We're entering into the wizarding world of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade Village. There is the Hogsmeade station to London King's Cross. You do need a park-to-park ticket to ride the train. If you do not have one, there is a ticket window up there, and they will be happy to sell you or upgrade your ticket to a park-to-park ticket so you can ride the Hogwarts Express. Be sure to ride it in both directions, as it does offer a unique story in both directions. We're entering into the wizarding world of Harry Potter in Hogsmeade Village. It does get very crowded in here, and it will be a little loud. I'll do my best to talk over the noise. In the morning time, if you do early park admission, the line for Hagrid's will start. If it hasn't started already, it will start in that right corridor. There will be a team member holding a sign, the start of the line, and that's where you'll enter in to get into Hagrid's. Okay, with that out of the way, let's enter into Hogsmeade. There is the Hogwarts Express for all your selfies and social media needs. The train conductors are always a lot of fun to talk to, always very friendly.
Welcome to Hogsmeade.
Good afternoon. You've got Honeydukes to the left. You've got Butterbeer carts. There are lines front and back. If a line is long on one side, there's typically a shorter line on the opposite side. To the left of the Butterbeer cart, you have Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure, which is the premier attraction in Hogsmeade. You have paid and unpaid lockers to the right and the left. They do offer a single rider's line Express pass is not accepted, and unless you're a true single rider, I do not recommend the single rider line. The normal line, even if it says 90 minutes, is typically faster than the single rider line. Across from Hagrid's, you have the Three Broomsticks restaurant. Go in and have breakfast, lunch, or dinner with Harry, Ron, and Hermione. That is my favorite place in the park to get breakfast. They serve it until 10 o'clock. The traditional English breakfast with a butterbeer of choice is my preferred. And you can get hot, cold, and frozen butterbeer with your breakfast, and it's included. Have you seen this wizard? Everybody's favorite, Sirius Black. We miss you. There across the way from Three Broomsticks is the Owl Post and a seating and resting area. Connected to the Three Broomsticks is the Hogshead. If all the butterbeer options are full and long waits, you can come into the Hogshead and get your butterbeer. As you can see, there's about 4 people in line, and it's well shorter than any of the butterbeer carts at the moment. They do offer adult beverages. The Strong Bowfire Whiskey is an adult beverage that I recommend. It's not a menu item, but if you ask for the Strong Bowfire Whiskey, they will supply it. It's a green apple, cinnamon flavored adult beverage that is very good if that's your thing. You've got all your magical, all your interactive wand spots, the restrooms. Listen closely in the men's and women's restrooms, I've been told, for a pleasant surprise from the Harry Potter novels. Cutting through traffic. You have the entrance to Dervish and Bangs and the Owl Post. One fun thing to do is to purchase a 10-pack of postcards and then mail them right here from Hogsmeade Village. I have a short and a full-length video highlighting how to do this. The worker will stamp them with the Hogsmeade Owl Post stamp, and you can mail them off. Be sure to look all around through the Harry Potter Wizarding World land. The detail is phenomenal here in the Owl Post. It's a little too dark to show you, but there's a lot of owls in the rafters that will carry your Owl Post for you. Right here at the Owl Post, there is our favorite, Howler. I do have full shop tours of everything in Hogsmeade Village and Diagon Alley in the other part, Universal Studios, Florida. Here is the Owl Post store. They offer all your wands, books, postcards, etc. Just past that, you've got Ollivanders Wand Shop, where you will go in for the Ollivanders Wand Show and see if you're the chosen one. You've got a snack cart offering various pastries, pretzels, water, fresh fruit. One thing to note, I do recommend doing the Ollivanders wand experience at Diagon Alley. They have 2 showrooms, and the line moves considerably faster. And it follows the storyline of the Harry Potter books more accurately than doing it in Hogsmeade. As you can see straight ahead, we've got Hogwarts Castle. Before we get to that, one thing worth mentioning, there is a little outdoor kiosk that does sell character wands. It's a little easier to see them, and normally it's a shorter wait than going in Ollivanders to buy your wand. There is another Butterbeer cart right by Hogwarts. As you can see, that line is about 30 people deep. The one at Hogshead was 4 deep, and they're all getting the same beverage. But in Hogshead, you get to see a animatronic Hogshead move, and you get to take in the ambience of being in the Hogshead brewery. Continuing on to the premier attraction, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. This ride will induce motion sickness. Take a Dramamine, or if you're not going to ride the ride, ask a team member if you can do a tour of the line queue. They will always let you do that. And the line queue is an attraction in itself and well worth doing. If you're taking grandma, grandpa, and they don't want to go in because they're going to get motion sick, or one of your children is being resistant, just do a tour of the line queue. The sorting hat, everything from the novels is in that line queue, and it cannot be missed. The Mirror of Erised. There are free lockers and paid lockers just to the left of the entryway. As you put your stuff in the lockers, you do backtrack to the entrance. All of your lounge fly style backpacks will fit in the free lockers. There are test chairs at each attraction: Hagrid's, VelociCoaster, Forbidden Journey. If you have any questions if you will fit in the ride attraction chair, just past the Forbidden Journey, you have the premier kids attraction, Flight of the Hippogriff. It does accept Universal Express, as does the Forbidden Journey. The Flight of the Hippogriff will normally have a very long wait. For any of your younger wizards, that is the premier attraction for them. When you ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, you exit through Filch's Emporium. If you don't ride the attraction, come to the backside of Hogwarts and go in and explore around Filch's Emporium. This is also a nice area that's shaded to a little past midday typically. On a hot day, you can get a little relief from the shade. After you do Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, you'll backtrack to get back going on the main pathway around the park. Off to the left, they do have the Tri-Wizard Tournament and the Frog Choir daily. Again, at the Butterbeer carts, you notice there are lines on both sides. It's not uncommon to see one side with a huge line and the other side with no line. Today, both sides are being utilized, but I have seen that quite often. And like I say, use the Hogshead if you really want a Butterbeer and you don't want to wait. Okay, leaving the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and Hogsmeade Village, you're crossing the bridge. This is the premier spot to get your selfie or your picture taken or propose to your significant other in front of the Hogwarts Castle. This is also a great spot to watch the nighttime projection show on the castle when they're running that. The next land we come to is Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Just to the left, as you enter the land, you've got the watering hole, where they offer adult beverages and adult slushes. And there is another freestyle machine. There is another freestyle machine, and this one typically doesn't have any wait. This is my preferred freestyle spot to either refill my cup with soda or get free water. Like I mentioned earlier, Amazon has a 4-pack of collapsible cups for $11.99. And they fit in your pocket, your purse, your crossbody bag, fanny pack, and they work excellent for getting free water. There is a number of water fountains in the line queues, and those refillable collapsible cups are awesome because they fit in your pocket and you can get drinks while you're waiting in line. You've got Jurassic Park popcorn. You've got the premier attraction and the best coaster in the United States currently, in my opinion, all inclusive with the theming and the ride, the VelociCoaster. That is just past the watering hole and to the left. This is where things get a little confusing when you're trying to do a how-to or a walkthrough of the Islands of Adventure. If you remember earlier, I commented on early park entry, you would take a left by the Fire Eater's Grill and go to VelociCoaster. There is 2 entryways. We're going to show you this way, and then we're going to backtrack and show you the other way, so bear with me. We're doing a little backtracking, but you need to know both ways to get into the land. There is the VelociCoaster, 155 feet, 70 mile per hour, top hat. As you can see, it's wildly popular. There is a single rider line. Express is accepted. Also down in this area, you have the Jurassic Park Discovery Center, which we will come back to in one moment.
Yeah, I do like that.
The VelociCoaster, although it looks scary, it is super smooth. One of the smoothest I've ever had the privilege of riding. And that alone makes it a lot less scary than it appears. If you're afraid of roller coasters, you might warm up on Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure and then work your way up into the VelociCoaster. The VelociCoaster is very smooth. I do recommend, if you're a taller male or female, request an even row. And there is a bulkhead near your feet that you can put your feet on. You can put your feet on that and brace your knees against the lap bar, and it locks you in a lot tighter than an odd row. A little pro tip. And I won't lie, the first time you ride it, you will scream, squeal. If you're afraid of coasters, you may cry. But having said that, I've yet to talk to anybody that rode it, even if they were terrified, that disliked it. They may never ride it again, but they were super glad they rode it once. The VelociCoaster, you can request a line tour, and they will tour you through the Raptor paddock. If you're not going to ride it, instead of just sitting and waiting, that is something I would highly recommend. If you are going to ride it, it's still something I recommend. A lot of times at the end of the tour, they will offer to let you ride the VelociCoaster. Okay, so here's our backtracking. That way is the Mythos restaurant. Here are your character meet and greets. And there is the Fire Eater's Grill. This is the entryway I mentioned if you do early park admission, or you're just interested in going to VelociCoaster as quickly as possible, and you're coming in from Seuss Landing area. This is the direction you'll want to go. This direction to the VelociCoaster offers the most stunning and spectacular views, in my opinion, as well. The VelociCoaster features a 50-mile-an-hour launch in 3 seconds, a number of 180-degree looping turns, a 70-mile-an-hour second launch in 2.4 seconds, up the 155-foot top hat, where you will get massive airtime, a 4-second inverted G-stall, 12 airtime moments, an S-curve airtime hill. Here it goes. Here is the 4-second inverted stall. And I'm going to keep it right here. Here is the S-time air curve. And it does feature a 53-mile-per-hour heartline roll over the water, where you literally feel like you're going to be thrown out of your seat into the water. It is quite spectacular, amazing, and a can't-miss attraction. As you can tell, it is probably my favorite attraction at the resort. Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure is spectacular, but the VelociCoaster, in my book, it beats it. We're continuing back along. Once down by the VelociCoaster, you have Jurassic Park Discovery Center. Before I get ahead of myself, the Jurassic World VelociCoaster does have metal detectors. The lockers are in the queue. You go in the queue with your backpack, bags. Midway through the queue, there are free and paid lockers. There is child swap. And you will put your items in the locker and then go through a metal detector. No phones, keys, any metal of any sort. So entering into the Dino Store and the Discovery Center. We're not going to go real in-depth in here, but again, if you have children, I felt this is important to show. They have a children's play area with the dinosaurs. If you don't have children, you can fast forward this, but there is stuff for adults to do in here as well. A fun interactive game for the children where they can pound on the buttons. There is the Dinosaur Discovery Center here.
We'll see you guys later. I gotta take things down here for a bath.
And I don't care what kid it is, all kids will find this exciting. They have these interactive machines where you can get a dinosaur egg, have it thermoscan, see its gender, what dinosaur's in the egg. And it is right out of the Jurassic Park franchise and movies. They have the DNA sequencer. These are always very popular. You will have to wait for your turn, most likely. This is where the paid lockers are for VelociCoaster. The free lockers are inside the line queue. Yet again, more kids' activities. There is an up store with a restaurant and a gift shop. For now, that's all we're going to show. There is restrooms in this building. Like I say, I felt like this is important to show you in case you do have children. Okay, so continuing on with our adventure. You're going to backtrack just a short ways. And then we're going to enter back into Jurassic Land to the left. I love the screams of the VelociCoaster. And I don't care who you are, if you're a coaster fanatic, when you ride that ride for the first time, you will be excited, you will be a little nervous. It's an intense coaster and the theming sets it up to be even more intense. Like I say though, if you're nervous, warm up on Hagrid's and then try the VelociCoaster. Even if you ride it one time, you won't regret it. And the only thing you got to think about is you never have to ride it again. I say that with a smile. Okay, we're right back to the VelociCoaster sign and the watering hole. We're continuing on. We've got a fabulous picture, selfie spot here with the Jurassic Park Jeep and dinosaur. Vacation information where they can sell you an annual pass or a universal trip. Now, this is the upstairs to the Discovery Center that we just left. Forgive me while I navigate traffic. It is a very busy day while I'm doing this. I'm going to gain some space to show you the signs. There is the Dino Store. There is the Jurassic Park Discovery Center sign. And attached to that building is the Burger Digs, and that is the building we just did the tour of. Continuing on, you've got a variety of midway games. They're pay to play, or you can buy a card, load money on a card and use the card. They've got all kinds of fun prizes for your little ones. Straight ahead to the right, you do have a very nice seating area. It's covered with fans, a nice place to park, get out of the sun. And directly back there, there is some more restrooms. You've got the Pizza Predatoria. It offers all your pizzas. You can activate your refillable freestyle cup there. They do have adult beverages, and my favorite dessert, the brookie. They have an outdoor kiosk that offers sunscreen, Jurassic Park merchandise, lanyards, glasses, etc. This is another favorite freestyle station that I like. It's shaded, typically has little to no wait. Right past the Pizza Pretoria, you have the Raptor Encounter, where you too can meet Blue or pet a baby raptor. Super fun experience. Highly recommended. Unfortunately, right now, Jurassic Park River's Adventure is down for refurbishment. I do have full ride-through POVs on my channel that you can watch. I'm gonna try to get back a bit. That is Jurassic Park River Adventure. Like I say, it's down for refurbishment, but that is where you would enter it. It is a water ride. If you sit mid-boat or towards the back, you do not need a poncho. If you sit towards the front and you don't want to get wet, I would recommend a poncho. They do have lockers. You're not required to get in a lock. You're not required to purchase a locker or to use a locker. They only have paid lockers. Your bag will get a little wet if you sit towards the front of the boats. I've never had it get wet enough that I've been worried that it's going to damage anything though. Another kiosk, Natural Selections, with all your various park goodies. They've got fruit, snacks, chips, etc. One of my favorite stores, the Jurassic Outfitters. I've got a full store review and walkthrough dedicated to that store on my channel. That is the store at the exit of the Jurassic River ride. Directly across from it, to the left, is Camp Jurassic. This is a super fun kids area. They do offer stroller parking. Take advantage of it. Camp Jurassic with the backlight of the sun. That sign is going to be hard to see. This is a prime area to bring your kids. This is where Paradon Flyers, the attraction is, and it is talked about in my comprehensive Islands of Adventure Season 2024 guide. I won't go into a lot of detail. It does have unique ride requirements. Use the Universal app, become familiar with it. Kids under a certain height are allowed to ride it alone. If you're not under the height, You're not allowed to ride it, or you have to ride it with an accompanying adult. Adults cannot ride it unless if they have a child that fits in that criteria. This land, Camp Jurassic, offers super fun areas for your children or adults to come and explore. There's a number of caves. They pump air conditioning in here like it's going out of style. It's nice and cool. There is bridges. It can be slippery, so be careful. There are rope bridges. And just all kinds of fun in here. One of my favorite YouTube channels, the Pew 2, Tyler and Ann, Moose and Gino. They do a dedicated video to Camp Jurassic. Watch Ann run around like a dinosaur. It is very funny and entertaining. But if you want a little more detailed look at Camp Jurassic, go subscribe to them and watch that video. I love their channel. I love watching their channel, and they provide a lot of great content, especially on areas like Camp Jurassic. And continuing on with our journey, we're just offering a basic overview. There is just a maze of rope bridges, slides. There is an entrance to a slide there where your little one can slide down, feet first, one guest at a time. There is another slide. I think you get the idea of Camp Jurassic. And say we won't spend a lot of time in here and get completely detailed. The Pew 2 does have an outstanding video on just this. I believe possibly the Crystal Palace may have one as well. The other channel that's fun to watch is Rick's Flicks. I believe he has a channel on this. They've got water areas, water cannons to shoot water. Like I say, an ideal spot to bring the kids. We're going to follow the exit sign. And we're going to continue on. Camp Jurassic, excellent play area. Let your kids burn off some steam. Get yourself a brookie, sit and relax, and let them go hog wild or dino wild. Again, if you're a patron visiting, please look for the stroller areas. They have stroller parkings. They're big stroller parkings. They're there for a reason. I've traveled with a stroller hundreds of times. Use the stroller parkings. It keeps the walkways clear, and they put them there for a reason. Right across from Camp Jurassic are more restrooms. This area here is where the boat splashes down this is where the boat splashes down the 80-foot drop of the Jurassic River Adventure to escape the T-Rex, and that is an excellent photo, video, selfie spot in the park. Unfortunately, it is down for refurbishment as I'm recording this. Continuing on, we're well past the halfway point, but there's still a ton to cover. There are more freestyle machines at Bone and Chill Beverages. There is hair, wraps, and braids. There is another dinosaur photo spot that is wildly popular. And just beyond that is Thunder Terrace Restaurant. A very nice, quick serve, sit-down restaurant that offers salads, ribs, rice bowls, beer and wine, and it opens at 11. Most all the restaurants will have mobile order, so take advantage of that. As we continue through the Jurassic Land, it switches over very discreetly into Skull Island Ring of Kong. This kiosk offers some Kong gear. I love the theming on Kong. It's very dark, mysterious, a lot of skulls. It is a bus style attraction. You sit on a party bus. You sit on a party bus and it is a 3D, 4D screen-based attraction. I do have a short, YouTube short, with a mini review of this attraction. And I do have a full ride POV of that attraction as well. Another food kiosk. They're offering donuts for breakfast, refillable freestyle cups, and your drinks. Now we're heading into the wet, wonderful world of Toon Lagoon. Guaranteed to get you soaking, yes, I said, and I'll repeat, soaking wet. As you enter in, to the left, there's free frostbite freezes, offering Powerade and ices. And the premier attraction, Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls. That is guaranteed to get you soaking wet. A poncho will save everything but your shoes on this attraction. Believe it or not. The log flume style attraction does feature the log type vessels that you sit in, and they can be very difficult to get in and out of. They're a very tight fit, especially if you're taller. I'm 6'2", I'm slender, 170 pounds, flexible, and it is tricky to get in and out of it. The shorter you are, the better. They do not offer free lockers, but it does have paid lockers. I'll show you where those are in 1 minute. We'll watch one more log. There are kiosks with towels, plushes, hats and glasses, characters. As you walk past Dudley Do-Right's, you hang a left at the Slurp and Snack kiosk, or the Owl and Cheese. And directly up here is where you'll enter Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls. Express is accepted. You will get soaked. Like I say, a poncho will keep you mostly dry, but your shoes, regardless of what you do, will be destroyed. They will be sopping wet. If you have sandals, you may bring those with you. They will not let you ride it barefoot typically. I have seen on occasion they do allow people on. I wouldn't recommend trying that. Here are the locker rentals. They're not free lockers. You do have to rent one here. There is an area where you can sit and dry out your shoes and your socks. I don't recommend bringing an extra pair of socks. Your shoes will be so wet. Your fresh socks will be soaked as soon as you put your shoes on. That strategy I have tried and tested, and it fails miserably. If you don't want wet shoes, bring sandals. I would recommend a poncho with long sleeves. You can get them on Amazon, a 10-pack for very cheap. They do have drying stations. The drying stations do help. If it's a hot summer's day, you typically dry out in about 10 minutes. Unfortunately, your undergarments take about an hour, regardless of the heat. There is a restroom directly across from us where you can go in and change into your bathing suit if you choose to bring one. There is the Hogsmeade store offering plushes, trolls, Hello Kitty merchandise. The Gasoline Alley store. There is another popcorn stand. At this part of the land, you will reach a Y in the road by Blondie's Restaurant, home of the Dagwood. There is a statue of Popeye. You will hang a left if you want to do Popeye and Bluto's bilge rat barges. This attraction in the summertime, poncho or not, you will get soaking wet. I recommend just embracing the experience, leaving the poncho. If you have a bag, maybe take a poncho and cover your bag. But you will get soaking wet. It's unavoidable. You have the Wimpy's burger stand, widely regarded as one of the best burgers in the park. You do have more restrooms just behind Wimpy's. You do have a kiosk offering flip-flops, ponchos, fans and towels, and swimwear. There are drying stations. And as you can see in the video here, you do get soaking wet. Another very fun play area for your small children is the cute boat Olive. There is a number of interactive features on the Olive boat. There are slides, there are water cannons to soak passerbyers on the barge ride. There is an awesome viewing area just down past the Olive. This is another area where you could bring a highly active child and just let them run about without fear of them running into somebody. There's very rarely anybody down here. And it offers spectacular views of the 53-mile-an-hour Heartline Montosaurus roll of the VelociCoaster. There is a train currently going. We will zoom in a bit and let you watch it. This is the fastest Heartline roll on a coaster currently, I believe, at 53 miles an hour. It is butter smooth, but it does feel like it's going to throw you into the lake. Okay, continuing on. This is a wonderful spot for selfies, family photos. There's rarely anybody here. It would be very easy to use a small tripod, get a nice family photo with a very picturesque backdrop with no crowds. I enjoy bringing snacks to the park, coming down here late in the day and just having a mental reset in the peace and quiet. You do get the noise from the VelociCoaster. Other than that, it's pretty peaceful down here. There is the backside of the Olive. You can see the people on top with the water cannons. Typically, out of the little boat, just to the left of your screen there is a waterfall. Being off season, it's turned off. But when that's running, everybody in the boat gets soaking wet. And as you can see, the water cannons will take dead aim at you and finish off the job. We're going to continue around this pathway, show all of you a little bit more of the view. You can see in the distance the High in the Sky Seuss trolley ride. Again, a must-ride attraction just for the views alone. You also get a spectacular view of the incredible Hulk coaster from down here. You can see it in action now. Another outstanding roller coaster here at Islands of Adventure Park. Soaky wet. That's all I've got to say about that. Watch these fine patrons get blasted by water cannons. And there's nothing they can do about it. It is great. Comment down below. Are you the person that would soak innocent bystanders with the water cannon? I don't blame you if you are. I think it's great fun. Okay, continuing back up our path into Toon Lagoon. We're going to pass on to another viewing area for Blutos. This is a great viewing area in the summertime, as typically, like I said a minute ago, that boat there to the right has a massive waterfall that drenches the entire barge. It is great fun. I recommend doing a slow motion video with your iPhone or Android device and post it to social media. Guaranteed to get you likes and comments. There's just something about watching somebody get soaking wet from a waterfall and there's nothing they can do. And they're just laughing and screaming while it's happening. Everybody likes to like that and comment on it. Highly recommended. Like I say, use slow motion to highlight it. Continuing back to the Y in the trail, there is Blondie's and the Popeye statue. This time we're going to take the Y to the right. And it does get a little hectic in here. You've got a bunch of different restaurants. Dead ahead, you can see Comic Strip Cafe. To the right of me, you've got Beetle and Bailey gift shop. The often talked about and the mysterious Universal Orlando Annual Pass Holders Lounge is located right under Betty Boop. You must have an annual pass to enter. They will scan your pass, and that is a lounge exclusive to pass holders to go in and relax and get exclusive merchandise. This is the other entryway to the lockers to Dudley Do-Right, Ripsaw Falls. There is the Comic Strip Cafe. They are open till 5 p.m. and they offer various dishes, pork ramen, pizzas, cheeseburgers, etc. They do take mobile order. You've got Pogo, the Phantom, Photo Funnies. Across the way, got your Betty Boop gear. You've got Betty Boop, Popeye, meet and greet. Super fun for the kids or the adults. And that is a wrap for Toon Lagoon. There is the exit or the entryway, depending if you go clockwise or counterclockwise. And there is a splash pad for your kids to get, again, soaky wet. There are more boardwalk games featured over here. Basketball, whack-a-mole, the squirt gun, Top Glow. Various prizes for your children or yourself to test your skills against. The beanbag toss to pop the balloons. And now we enter into Marvel's Superhero Island. It does get a little loud in here. We'll do our best to overcome the noise. At the current time, Spider-Man is getting a refurbishment. So we're going to have to show you two entrances for that. And there is a lemon slush stand just as you enter into the land. You can refill your freestyle cup with slushes, remember. That is a great bonus for that cup. If Spider-Man is down for refurbishment, this would be the alternate entrance area, and it would be marked with signs, Universal Express accepted. Again, this is the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man alternate entrance if it's closed for refurbishment. You got a comic book, superhero store, comics. They offer all kinds of fun superhero merch and gear. I love the theming of this land. You've got an ice cream stand right across from comics. Dipped waffle cones with your ice cream. This is where they do all the Marvel meet and greets. You can purchase Express Pass or upgrade your ticket to an annual pass at these vacation information kiosks. Ahead, you've got the Captain America Diner, the All-American Burger, chicken sandwiches, chicken fingers, and more. A fun little fact, on the East Coast, Universal owns the rights to Marvel, hence Universal Studios having Marvel Superhero Land. In California, Disney owns the rights, hence they have Marvel Land over at Disneyland. And funny enough, they both have Spider-Man attractions. This is the official entrance for the Amazing Adventure of Spider-Man. It is down for refurbishment on the entryway. You use that alternate entry point, but this is your normal entry point most of the time. And in my opinion, the Amazing Adventure of Spider-Man absolutely crushes Disneyland's Spider Webs attraction, or Web Slingers. I'm a Disneyland fan through and through, but they really missed the mark with the Web Slingers in my opinion. The Daily Bugle snacks and drinks stand offering hot dogs, chili dogs, pretzels, etc. There is 5 a Dime gift shop offering more superhero merch. You do have another superhero store. And one thing worth highlighting that's very popular when open, right across from Spider-Man, is the Meet Spider-Man entrance where they do fun green screen pictures for you. As you pass the 5 a Dime, you hang a left and listen for the screams. Are you scared? You should be. It's Dr. Doom Fearfall. I do have ride POVs of this attraction. 185 feet, 40 miles per hour straight up. It is a true launch attraction. It launches you from a dead stop up to the top. You can meet Dr. Doom and the Goblin right here. Dr. Doom Fearfall. They do have a single rider entrance. They do have a test seat. The single rider entrance is to the left. When this ride does have a higher wait time, or even like today, 25 minutes, I pretty much guarantee if I did single rider, I would walk right on. A pro tip to that attraction, ask a team member if you can have a park view. You will not regret it. You're offered the great views of Islands of Adventure. The tower's getting ready to launch. Just take a minute and watch it. There we go. 185 feet, 40 mile an hour. Dr. Doom Fearfall. Don't let fear rule the day. If you have a fun team member, they will say, "All hail Dr. Doom," about 5 times on the way down. At the exit of Dr. Doom, there is an arcade, or at the entrance, you can go to the arcade. They've got cotton candy. It's about a 2-foot long bag. Right here in Marvel Superhero Island. I will highlight that because as far as I know, it's one of the only spots that you can get the cotton candy. And it is a big bag. It is superhero sized. Hey, we're nearly there, guys. If you've enjoyed this walkthrough, Please like and subscribe. Comment down below what you would like to see from us in the future. If you have a favorite land, a favorite attraction, that would mean so much to us and help us continue to bring this content to you. Here is the interplanetary popcorn stand, where also you can get your freestyle cup or your refillable popcorn bucket. I believe YouTuber PC Dev has a video highlighting the popcorn bucket. Across the way from us, after traffic comes through, is the Fantastic Four Cafe, offering pizza, spaghetti, fettuccine, chicken Caesar salads. And just to the left of that, or to the right, excuse me, is the Hulk coaster. So right at this kiosk selling the Hulk merchandise and just wrapping around the Fantastic Four Cafe is the entrance to the Incredible Hulk, guaranteed to Hulk smash you into oblivion. Before we highlight the Hulk, there is restrooms if you're nervous. And I think we'll save the Hulk the best for last. We do have Storm Force Accelatron straight ahead. It is your classic teacup style attraction, much like the teacups, the Mad Hatter teacups at Disneyland. You can grab the wheel and it will spin you right round like a record, baby. It will induce motion sickness if you spin too fast. For the Hulk coaster, it does have metal detectors. You are required to put your items in a locker. They have paid lockers, which are the bigger ones for your big backpacks, and they have free standard side lockers. Your fanny packs, crossbody bags, purses, and Loungefly style backpacks will fit in the free lockers. A pro tip, if you have more than one ticket, you can use more than one ticket and split your bigger bag into 2 lockers. Do I recommend it? It's questionable, but you can do it. I've done it. I see a lot of people do it. It saves you some money. The other thing worth mentioning while we're admiring the Hulk on the lockers, if you come out and your locker says that you owe them $3, you've either left your items in the locker for too long and went and rode another attraction, hence they're going to charge you for doing that, or it's just had an error on the locker. If you get a team member and explain that you rode only the attraction, in this case the Hulk, one time, they will override the system and open the locker for you. The other common mistake is to put your items in the locker. You scan your ticket, and then you place your ticket in the locker only to close it, and you have no way to open it. Take note of what locker, they're all numbered. A lot of the lands, they're in sectioned areas. VelociCoaster, they're color coordinated. Here they're all green. Take note of your locker number. That way the team member can open the locker for you. The other error I've had is you go to open the locker and it opens the wrong locker. I don't know why it does that, but I have had that open. I will ride the attraction, scan my ticket, the locker will open, and it is not my locker. You go and find a team member, explain to them that isn't your locker. A good team member will ask what items are in your locker, and then they will proceed to open the locker for you, and you can claim your items. Now that we've got the lockers out of the way, the Incredible Hulk coaster. Like I said, you are required to use a locker. It does have Universal Express. It does have single rider. And you will go through metal detectors, which I will highlight right now. There are the metal detectors. If you have anything in your pockets, keys, change, phones, you will be sent back. If you have an Apple Watch or a watch, cover it with your opposite hand and walk straight through the metal detector. Watches are okay, and the metal detector will not go off if you cover the watch. Sunglasses are okay. If you're wearing sunglasses on VelociCoaster or the Hulk, I highly recommend a strap to keep them attached to your head. Your normal eyeglasses are fine. Again, I recommend a strap. A lot of people go without it and their glasses are just fine. I know personally I would hate to lose my very expensive prescription glasses. The Incredible Hulk coaster features 7 inversions, an uphill 67-mile-an-hour launch into a spin, and it is just general chaos and good fun. I do feature ride POVs of the Hulk on my channel. You can watch it and see if you think you have what it takes to brave the Hulk. So continuing on, just to give you a bearing of the land, there is Marvel's Superhero Island. This is the bridge back to the port of entry. We will try to give you one more look of the Hulk. Zero to 67 miles an hour. And it is a good time. General chaos, but a great time. Built in 1999. One of the best attractions here at Islands of Adventure Park. Some say it rides a little rough. The shorter you are, the more the shoulder restraints will hit you in the head. Me being a little taller, I think it is super smooth, very enjoyable. It will induce blackout moments. There is a kiosk for some really fun name art as you enter back into the port of entry. Across the way is Cinnabon, everybody's favorite to get their cinnamon bun fix, and all that frosting goodness. There are kiosks right across from Cinnabon with all your Loungefly backpacks. And like I've mentioned more than once, but a question I get all the time, will the Loungefly backpack fit into the free lockers? Yes, it will. One thing to note, if you really love that backpack, you may have to squash it a little bit. After repeated squashings, it will wrinkle the leather slightly. Not a big deal, but if you really cherish that backpack, something to consider. You may choose to bring a crossbody bag or a fanny pack, or do a paid locker. Okay, everybody, well, that completes our tour. We're back to Starbucks and Confisco's. There is the Crescent Moon Bakery. I really can't say enough about this park. I grew up as a West Coaster going to Disneyland. I have an Instagram channel dedicated only to Disneyland. It is at Disneyland Dave on Instagram. It is all photography that I've taken since 2010. It's had as big a following as 13,000. Currently it's down to 9,000. as I have been going to Universal for a number of years, and I have kind of let the Disneyland account go dormant. But if you love Disneyland content, go follow me at Disneyland Dave. Please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Epic Theme Parks. Hashtag your photos, Epic Theme Parks or Disneyland Dave. Occasionally we will feature in our Instagram stories other people's tagged photos. If that's something you would like to do, please use our tags. And I know I've mentioned it a number of times during the video, but if you enjoy this content, please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification, comment down below, and share. Only about 10% of the viewers subscribe to the channels on YouTube, which is sad. These videos require a lot of time to make. You have to kind of put your ego aside, walk around the parks. While people think it is fun and glamorous, it is a little embarrassing. But if you're like me, the first time I came to Universal, I watched the Pew 2, Rick's Flicks, Crystal Palace, Molly at the Mammoth Club. Their vlogs were invaluable. The Fugo Brit is another one. He does outstanding work. Their vlogs helped make my trip memorable and seamless. And it was videos just like this one that I'm providing for you today that made my first trip to Universal Orlando a fun and magical experience. It is my hope that this walkthrough guide of Islands of Adventure here at Universal Orlando, Florida will help give you the tools and the knowledge to plan a magical trip for you and your family, or for yourself. Another thing I highly recommend, if you're a solo parent or just a solo individual, take that solo trip. I come to the park frequently solo, and I'm from Utah. I fly all the way out to Florida all by myself. I can eat what I want, ride what I want. I meet a lot of fun people in the single rider lines and have a great experience. Do not let being solo scare you away from the parks. Until next time, this is Dave with Epic Theme Parks, and I'm signing out. We will see you, hopefully, at Islands of Adventure. Have a great day.